You know, IShowSpeed's mom has a lot of hate associated with her. But on one hand, as a parent, I can somewhat understand the initial conversation around IShowSpeed's mom about her kicking her son out and not being supportive. Let's be real here. Early Speed was very chaotic and destructive. He is a very successful, he's calmed down a lot and matured out. But those early moments of Speed, I can understand the mom being frustrated and fed up. What I don't agree with is that if you gave up on your son, to me, it did seem like she did give up on him. And he turns out to be a major success. And instead of him isolating you, insulting you, discouraging you, he still wants you around. He still wants you there. He still wants his mother. And you choose still not to be there. It makes me question the early choices you made. It made me question, did you really love your son that much at all? Sometimes as parents, whether they like to admit it or not, they have favorites. They have kids that just tolerate better. Now, the mother has some other daughters, I want to say. Speed has a lot of siblings. Some from his mother, a bunch from his dad. But the dad never gave up on Speed. He always supported and encouraged Speed and never used him from a single dime for what we have seen. Whether the Speed is offering to buy him a mansion, a car, or giving him subs. The dad just like, whatever, I don't need it. He was on a stream not too long ago riding a bus. Even though his son is a multi-millionaire, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in like the high hundreds of when it comes to wealth at this point in his life. All he wants to do is just show up and be there for his son. Compared to his mother, there was an article sent out or that was shown that Speed gives her like a monthly allowance of 500K a month, even though she's married to another man. Even though now it's the woman that kicked him out. And this hurt his feelings a lot. I still remember that video clip of when he called to wish her a happy Mother's Day and she just hung up in his face. I still remember the clips of her just talking ugly to him and cursing him out and all this other kind of stuff. But Speed still stick up for his mom. And here's an example right here.
I wish my mom would have came, bro. I wanted to see her. I'm not gonna lie.
Provide some context.
What? Oh yeah, no, yeah. My mom, she's on a trip with my little sisters.
Now, let's say if that's true. Let's say if that's true. If your oldest child, I think that's our oldest child, if your child, your son, is performing at the World Cup, the odds of somebody like IShowSpeed being able to perform at the World Cup is like 1 to 600 million. It's like a 0.8% chance that he would be able to do this and do it well. I was really surprised. I remember I saw a clip on TikTok, I want to say, where somebody kind of exposed that he was rehearsing, getting ready to be performing. It's not the school year. He doesn't have any siblings that are sick or disabled or anything along those lines. So whatever trip that she was on with his sister or sisters, it could have been delayed. I'm being 100% honest with you. Let's say if you had a trip booked a year in advance, I don't know, to go somewhere in Africa or Asia or whatever, an international trip, one of the islands, Turkish Caicos, whatever. If you find out your child, especially after you kicked him out, he still became a major success. If you find out he's going to be on the largest stage in the entire world, because even though soccer is not that popular here, or soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, even though it's not that popular in the States, it is massively popular in the world. That's something you should prioritize above anything else. And let's say if you had a kid that was terminally ill or sick, you think Speed wouldn't pay to have his family there? First class, high class, everything. to make sure they're in perfect comfort. When you see actions like that, it really does make you curious as to how much does a mother love really go. Maybe it's one of those things that she feels some type of shame and she doesn't want to be reminded of the shame of her not supporting her kid when he was going up to the heights of greatness that he has. I mean, he's more popular than a lot of musicians and other streamers right now. He's surpassed the top 1% when it comes to money and entertainment and visibility of the world. And he did that without your support.
Familiar.
Yeah, your girl bring your little sister.
Okay,
Believe it.
do you got your mic on?
Yeah.
I need to talk to you before you go. Before you
I
go,
can switch it to internal.
Now you could look at Speed face and he could tell that, okay, it's gonna be about some money most likely.
Okay. All right.
Do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta talk to you before you leave.
Let's go over there. Internal is good. As I was streaming, there was a clip that kind of blown up. It was on Warstar. You remember Warstar, right? It wasn't like it didn't go viral. It had like maybe 30,000 viewers. So my dad showed my mom, because my dad watches Warstar. My mom seen the video. She's like, "What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Why is everybody talking about you like online, blah, blah, blah?" Because it was like hate comments. So she kicked me out. No, she told me to quit.
Yeah.
Or I'm leaving. Like, you know, or like you can't do this in my house. So I'm.
And again, like I said, Speed was setting off fireworks, cooking chicken in the room, getting sucked up by a vacuum cleaner. I know that sounds weird, but I think he was in like a vacuum seal bag, trying to seal himself. I don't know. He was doing a lot of crazy things when I was looking at young Speed compared to the man he is now.
Like, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I'm out. You know, like I'm not about to stop. Like I was already averaging like 20 viewers. I had like 1,000 subs, 2,000 subs.
Right.
Like I'm already going. So I like, and once I start something, I'm not stopping. So boom, she kicked me out. I moved to my dad in Detroit. Then I kept going. My dad didn't really care. My dad let me. Shout out to my dad.
Right.
Shout out to my mom too. I still love my mom. She just didn't know what was going on.
Right.
Again, no matter how big he has gotten, and I think this interview with Shannon Sharp was last year, he still defends and covers for his mom. He loves his mom. And there was another video that I saw in Speed. I think he had like a tooth removed or something. He was under anesthesia. And he was saying how his mom didn't love him. And he was just, you know, really upset and just being emotional in that moment. And that's how he felt. And I can understand him feeling that way. It's different when you're the oldest child. I'm assuming he's the oldest child or the most successful child. Let's just put it that way. And you get the pressure and responsibility helping everybody else out, but nobody really being there for you. Granted, he gets support and love from his father, but from the mother, it always seems absent. The only time I see her around is whenever she could call herself Mama Speed and get attention and ask for money. And again, this is no shade towards Speed himself. I've been in that situation myself. I am the older sibling that was more successful, and I have had my mother, who was absent my whole entire life, turn around and ask me for money out of nowhere. She didn't ask how I was doing. And the time she asked this, it was when my daughter was graduating. I thought she was going to write to tell my daughter, congratulations, can I talk to her? No, she just wanted to ask me for money for my brother. And now it's just despicable. So I know what it's like. I know what it seems like when you're a cash cow, the responsible one, when you separate yourself and you become more successful than the rest of your peers or siblings. But let's see how the interaction with his dad is, though.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, bro.
It was great. It was really great, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I did.
Now, I know that's his brother right there. A lot of people were saying that his brother was hating and jealous. And I will say, I don't know what their relationship is really. And I really do hope they have a real, genuine brotherly bond. But let's say if they don't, Speed gave his brother plenty of opportunities to be successful And I seen his brother kind of squandering and just have a bad attitude a lot of the time. And I get it. When people look at him, they're going to see his brother, but that's the perfect opportunity to raise and elevate yourself up to something different. And he still hasn't done that yet. And lately, it just seems like whenever I see him, he's just okay with being in the background now.
Dad. Good job, man. Love you. I did it. Love you too. Yeah. You did it perfect. I did good? Yeah. I did good.
And you see his face whenever he sees his dad, it's full of excitement, joy, and big smiles. Every single time I see a clip of him and his mother, it's like, man, what does she want? Man, I'm upset. Man, I'm disappointing her somehow. It's like she has some doubt. He has some doubt in his head.
You want to give an inspirational speech?
Inspiration? Hey, man. Let me just say this. Inspiration. Inspiration, right? Just 4 years ago, I was in my mom's house, in my mom's room, streaming, barking, Suey, Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey, lighting my house on fire. A kid from Ohio, Portugal, just doing anything. And I just performed at the World Cup final. So you know what that means, bro? You can do whatever you want, chap. Just believe.
No, that's alcohol.
Oh, that's up. Just believe.
I go to here.
Guys, I'm trying to give an inspirational speech to y'all. Like, yeah. Just believe, chat. Seriously. I love y'all so much. This tour was amazing. Tour was great. I love y'all. Just keep fighting. And keep going, y'all. Things are going to get hard no matter what. Just remember that. No matter what you're dealing with, no matter everybody's life is hard, chat. Everybody's going to deal with challenges. You got to get over them. Get through it. Okay? And keep pushing. Man, oh man.
I wouldn't be surprised once he's alone and had a moment to take it all in, he just cries. Because he had to sacrifice a lot to get to where he's at. And whether you agree with his methods or not, he is successful. He is an inspiration to a lot of people. And I can honestly say I'm proud of him. It goes to show that somebody who is sometimes problematic may still end up being a great person. Anyways, you guys tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. How do you feel about Speed performing at the World Cup? And